All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. India says Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not ask US President Donald Trump to mediate on Kashmir. Karnataka Assembly adjourned last night without holding trust vote. Supreme Court to hear plea of two independent MLAs seeking immediate floor test today. Government asserts amendment to RTI Act does not compromise autonomy of Information Commission. World media hails India's successful launch of Chandrayaan 2. And in table tennis, India tops medal tally with 7 gold at the Commonwealth Championships in Cuttack. New Delhi says Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not ask US President Donald Trump to mediate on Kashmir. Ministry of External Affairs spokesman Ravish Kumar said it has been India's consistent position that all outstanding issues with Pakistan are discussed only bilaterally. He said any engagement with Pakistan would require an end to cross-border terrorism. The spokesman added the Shimla Agreement and the Lahore Declaration provide the basis to resolve all issues between India and Pakistan bilaterally. US President Donald Trump has hinted that he is unlikely to lift the freeze of security assistance to Pakistan till the time he is satisfied with Islamabad's actions against terrorist network. During the first meeting in Washington, Mr. Trump told Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan last night that US is paying $1.3 billion to Pakistan in aid for many years, but Pakistan is going against them. Karnataka Legislative Assembly was adjourned last night without holding the floor test. The House discussed the confidence motion amidst uproarious scenes at several occasions. Around 11:30 p.m., the members of the Treasury benches persisted that the House be adjourned for the next day as there are several members to speak on the motion. BJP members, on the other hand, insisted that the floor test should be held last night itself. Congress Legislative Party leader Siddaramaiah said that the discussion and the floor test could be concluded by 8 p.m. today. When this was not accepted by the Speaker, Siddaramaiah suggested that the discussion may conclude at 4 p.m. Chief Minister may give his reply thereafter and voting may be held by 6 p.m. today. The Speaker accepted the suggestion and adjourned the House to meet this morning. BJP member Madhuswamy opposed the arrangement and insisted that the Speaker should hold the floor test yesterday itself as promised. This was not accepted by the Speaker. More from a correspondent.
The Congress is holding the stick of disqualification to the rebel MLAs in a move to bring them back. D.K. Shivkumar and Dinesh Gundurao of Congress told the rebels to come to the House today or face disqualification under anti-defection law. The Speaker too has fixed hearing on the petition filed by Congress Legislative Party leader Siddaramaiah to disqualify the rebels for anti-party activities. Supreme Court too is taking up the case of independent MLAs today seeking floor test. Will the ruling coalition abide by the Speaker's decision to hold the floor test before 6 this evening is something being watched by everyone. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Supreme Court will hear today a fresh plea by two independent Karnataka MLAs seeking immediate floor test in the State Assembly on the trust motion moved by Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy. A bench headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi had declined to hear the plea of R. Shankar and H. Nagesh yesterday. Appearing for the two MLAs, senior advocate Mukul Rohatogi said that the floor test has been delayed on one pretext or the other. They said the state has plunged into a political crisis after they withdrew their support to the government and 16 lawmakers of the ruling coalition tendered their resignations. The petitioners said a minority government has been allowed to continue in office. The two legislators said Karnataka Governor Vajuvai Vala had sent messages to the House under Article 175(2) of the Constitution asking for completion of vote of confidence, but the same were not adhered to and the trust vote debate continued unending. The legislators also accused the government of taking advantage of the logjam and taking several executive decisions. The CBI has conducted searches at 11 locations in ongoing investigation of a chit fund case. An official said the searches were carried out in the district of North 24 Parganas of West Bengal, Patna, Agartala and New Delhi. During the searches, several incriminating documents have been recovered. The Narendra Modi government has completed 50 days in office in its second term. The government has taken some major initiatives in the health sector in this short span. Here is a report from our correspondent.
After coming to power for the second time, the centre has taken some bold and historic decisions. Health sector has been strengthened in the union budget with over 154% increase for Ayushman Bharat and around 19% increase in the overall outlay. There has been an increase of over 402 crore rupees over the previous year in the Asha benefit package. Parliament has passed the Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2019 in the ongoing budget session. The move will ensure transparency, accountability and quality in the governance of medical education in the country. The cabinet also cleared a special scheme for controlling foot and mouth diseases of animals. The government has also developed a national strategic plan with the goal for ending tuberculosis by 2025. With Dipendra Kumar, Anupam Mishra, AI News, Delhi.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Lok Sabha has passed the Right to Information Amendment Bill 2019. The bill seeks to empower the centre to make rules to decide the tenure, salary, allowances and other terms of service of information commissioners of the Central Information Commission and also of State Information Commissions. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has said that Narendra Modi government is fully committed to transparency and accountability in the flow of information relating to various government departments. He said as a result of his commitment to strengthen genuine and free flow of information, the government has encouraged suo motu dissemination of maximum information by government departments in order to reduce number of RTIs. In a tweet, Mr. Javadekar said there is a deliberate and mischievous attempt by a section to malign the government. The minister said there is no merit in the criticism as the amendment to RTI Act in no way compromises the autonomy of Information Commission. Today is National Broadcasting Day. On this day, 1927, the first ever radio broadcast in the country went on the air from the Bombay station under a private company, the Indian Broadcasting Company. On 8th of June 1936, the Indian State Broadcasting Service became All India Radio. Since 1927, radio has been an important part in people's life in India. All India Radio has been serving to inform, educate and entertain the masses since its inception, truly living up to its motto, Bahujan Hitai, Bahujan Sukhai. Currently, AIR is one of the largest public broadcasting organizations in the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on the 20th of this month at 11 a.m. People can share their views in MyGov Open Forum or dial the toll-free number 1800-117800 to record message for the Prime Minister in either Hindi or English. In the last episode of the program, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had talked about the letters written by the people for Mann Ki Baat program. He said the letter acts as a source of inspiration and energy for him.
एक प्रकार से आपकी चिट्ठी भी मेरे लिए कभी प्रेरणा का कारण बन जाती है तो कभी ऊर्जा का कारण बन जाती है। कभी कभी तो मेरी विचार प्रक्रिया को धार देने का काम आपके कुछ शब्द कर देते हैं। लोग देश और समाज के सामने बड़ी चुनौतियों को सामने रखते हैं तो उसके साथ साथ समाधान भी बताते हैं।
Kargil Vijay Divas is celebrated all over India on 26 July every year to commemorate India's victory and to honor our war heroes. The objective of these celebrations is to evoke a feeling of nationalism and patriotism through nationwide campaigns, especially amongst the youth, and to pay homage to the valiant soldiers. More from a Pune correspondent.
Kargil Vijay Divas is important for all of us to remember, says Air Marshal retired Bhushan Gokhale from Pune, who retired as Vice Chief of Air Staff. He shared his memories of the war.
Vijay Divas is very important for all of us to remember the great sacrifice that was done by more than 600 young army and air warriors to get back those heights which were treacherously taken by the Pakistanis. We had restrictions for the Air Force not to cross the line of control, but in spite of that, we could manage to overcome the resistance and thereafter make sure that Army successfully recaptured all the heights which were in those sectors.
According to Air Marshal Gokhale, the Army thereafter strengthened its systems which can operate at heights as well as the intelligence gathering systems. Manoj Kshirsagar, AIR News, Pune.
International media have hailed India's successful launch of its second moon mission, Chandrayaan 2. The Washington Post commented that India's low-cost, homegrown technology that has powered its space program is a source of national pride and inspiration. CNN said this mission is significant for India. The country wants to become a major space player and put Indian astronauts in space by 2022. BBC commented that it is the most complex mission ever attempted by India's space agency. China's state-run Xinhua news agency gave extensive coverage to Chandrayaan 2's launch and reactions of President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Yuri Borisov met External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi yesterday. They co-chaired the India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission on Trade, Economic, Scientific, Technological and Cultural Cooperation. They agreed to take measures to achieve the bilateral trade target of $30 billion by 2025. Possibility of enhancing agricultural exports from both sides was also discussed. In the field of transport, the two sides discussed the possibilities of cooperation in the fields of shipbuilding and inland waterways, expeditiously concluding the ongoing joint study of rail speed upgradation on Nagpur-Sikandrabad sector and the possibility of implementation of satellite-based tolling on highways. The Russian Deputy Prime Minister took the opportunity to congratulate External Affairs Minister on the successful launch of Chandrayaan 2. In table tennis, host India completed a clean sweep, claiming all the 7 gold medals at the 21st Commonwealth Championships, which concluded yesterday in Cuttack. Harmeet Desai and Ahika Mukherjee won the men's and the women's singles title yesterday. Harmeet defeated favourite G. Chandrayaan 4-3 in a hard-fought final to claim the men's singles title. Earlier yesterday, Anthony Amal Raj and Mannav Thakkar claimed the men's doubles gold by stunning top seeds Chandrayaan and Sharat Kamal 3-1. In the women's singles, Ahika won a maiden gold in the championship, thrashing former national champion Madhurika Patkar 4-0. Pooja Shastra Budhe and Kritvika Sinha Roy defeated compatriots Srija Akula and Moshumi Paul 3-1 to claim the women's doubles crown. Indian paddlers topped the medals tally with 7 gold, 5 silver and 3 bronze. England won 2 silver and 3 bronze medals. Singapore got 6 bronze medals, while Malaysia and Nigeria got 1 bronze each. In Jammu and Kashmir, the ongoing annual Sri Amarnath Yatra has crossed the last year's mark of 285,000 in the last 22 days. On the 22nd day of the Yatra yesterday, over 13,300 devotees paid obeisance at the Holy Cave Shrine. And now, for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Lalima Aneja Dang.
Thank you, Abhishek. ISRO's GSLV Mark III carrying Chandrayaan 2 taking off from the second launch pad at the Sriharikota spaceport is a story that dominates headlines in most of the dailies this morning. India leaps for moon. All eyes on September landing leads the Times of India. On the latest in Karnataka, the Indian Express writes, trust vote spills over again. New deadline, 6 p.m. today. The Hindu, quoting US President Donald Trump, writes, I would love to be a mediator on Kashmir. Delhi denies Trump claim that PM asked him to mediate on Kashmir, says the Indian Express. Government to fix mandatory wage floor for states, informs the Business Standard, adding overhaul in salary structures of private sector firms on cards. Lok Sabha clears changes to RTI, states the Hindustan Times. Referring to the next Vice Chief of the Indian Army, the Tribune writes, Lieutenant General M.M. Narwane named next Vice Chief. And finally, ISRO plans mission Sun next year. Well, the Pioneer reports that after Chandrayaan 2, ISRO has planned launch of its solar mission Aditya L1 in the first half of 2020 to study the sun's corona, the outer layers of the sun extending to thousands of kilometers. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Lalima. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India says Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not ask US President Donald Trump to mediate on Kashmir. Karnataka Assembly adjourned last night without holding trust vote. Supreme Court to hear plea of 2 independent MLAs seeking immediate floor test today. Government asserts amendment to RTI Act does not compromise autonomy of Information Commission. World media hails India's successful launch of Chandrayaan 2. And in table tennis, India tops medal tally with 7 gold at the Commonwealth Championships in Cuttack. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.